Hey, I've been using this method called promise.allSettled, which is an extension of the promise class, similar to promise.all, but it doesn't stop whenever there is a promise rejection, unlike promise.all. Let me show you what that means. Let's create an async function called func. Yeah, I know, I'm not very good at naming things. Pardon me. Cool, we have an async function. Easy. Now, let's create two arrays called success array and rejected array. You must be confused, like, why two arrays? You must remember that whenever we used to resolve promise.all, we used to get back an array of resolved promises. But whenever there was a rejection, we used to discard the whole thing. In order to tackle that, depending on the use case, we have introduced promise.allSettled so that we can decide what we want to do with the rejections. So in order to do that, let's await this and do promise.allSettled, and we'll pass in the random promises array. And in this random promise array, we are randomly resolving and rejecting 10 promises. So we'll go through 10 promises and we'll randomly resolve or reject either of them. So let's see what this looks like. We will do a then, and whatever data we get back, we will print it out. Let's print this whole thing out. Console log, the best debugger out there. Don't quote me on that. Alright, we got the func, and we will do node test.js. Let's see. We have got something similar to promise.all, but not quite like that. This gives back object which has a status and value field. The status of the object is either fulfilled, that means the promise has resolved, or it was rejected, and in both the cases it gives us the value that it resolves or rejects, which is the random number that we are generating. So in order to create two different arrays which holds the fulfilled and the rejected values, we will need to extract it out from this data variable. Let's do that. We will put the curly braces in for the function, and we will do a data dot for each, because we need to loop over this whole thing. Alright, after looping through it, we'll get an element for each element inside it, and if the element value is fulfilled, my bad, element dot status, typing not the best at it, but element dot fulfilled, then we will push it in the success array, and what we'll push inside it is the element dot value, this thing. Or if there is a rejection, which means it's not fulfilled, we'll put it in the rejected array, and what we'll push inside it is the element reason, because it does not return a value key in case of rejection. Alright, now we'll console log these two arrays out. Okay, success array, rejected array. Save. Let's run this. Cool. We get two different arrays which denotes the rejection and the successes. Let's see, let's enlarge this a bit. How many fulfilled did we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, and we got 4 successes, and the remaining are in the rejection array. When is this useful? When do you want to use promise.allSettled? Suppose we are uploading products to our backend, right? We are most probably going to use a function like promise.all or promise.allSettled. In this case, maybe you don't want to stop the whole process after an error of uploading a product. Maybe you want to like continue with it. So depending on the use case, you want to see if you want to continue with the promise resolutions and rejections, or do you like want to stop everything? If you want to stop everything, go with the promise.all method. If you want to continue with the promise.all settled, that is continue with the promise resolutions, you need to go with promise.all settled. Hope this helps you. Thank you. Let me know if I made any mistakes because I tend to do that a lot. Okay. Thank you guys.